saying what you believe, they can fire you. But if we all just had our names on it, we're saying the things that we believe.
But I think it's a cultural issue.
There's no better way to demonstrate privilege than constantly worrying about not being able to say one word without repercussions. You can say it. There's a reason why he doesn't say it here. Oh, speaking of white culture, staple of white culture, can we just give a quick shout out to Jeremy Boring? Jeremy Boring went on Tim Pool's podcast. Speaking of white culture, advocating to say the N-word is a prominent fixture of white culture, obviously. So Jeremy Boring went on the Tim Pool podcast. This is what he said.
Here's the problem. The problem is that anonymity on the internet allows for the ghettoizing of beliefs that are not approved by the regime. So a lot of people will say, well, I have to be anonymous on the internet because my boss finds out that I've got these views, they'll fire me. But you're only in the position where your boss could fire you for finding out about those views because you've allowed those views to be completely ghettoized through anonymity online. If 5 million people came out today.
Bro really said, if the Klan didn't wear robes, shit would be way better.
And said the N-word. I'm not recommending it. But no one would ever get fired for saying the N-word again.
They wouldn't be able to.
You wouldn't be able to. You would have brought that to a conclusion. That little absurdity in our culture.
He said, I don't recommend it, but I also think it's absurd that you can get fired for saying the N-word. That's what he's saying. So why aren't you recommending it then? It seems like you're too cowardly. Collective action, folks, in display for being able to say the N-word. It's absurd that you can't say it, is what this man is saying.
Would be brought to an end. The ghettoizing of our beliefs allows for the punishment of anyone who steps outside of the ghetto.
Yeah.
So if they can.
When he says ghettoizing, he's talking about like the traditional term of ghettoizing and ghetto. He's not saying like ghetto in the way that you understand it. I mean, maybe it's a double entendre. I'm sure he's using that because of its incendiary nature, but
catch you saying what you believe, they can fire you. But if we all just had our names on it, we're saying the things that we believe. Yeah. And you might say that we would have more cultural cohesion if we didn't have online anonymity too, because the online anonymity also allows us to become more radicalized in ways that left and right, in ways that probably aren't ultimately good.
So I agree, but I think it's a cultural issue.
Ghettoizing is a real word? Yes. What the I've been covering Israel-Palestine for the past months. How the you guys not know what ghettoizing is?
For more on the situation in Israel, I'm joined now by the CEO and co-founder of the Daily Wire, Ben Shapiro's partner, Jeremy Boring. Jeremy.
Boring ass motherfucker.
Well, first of all, I make it a point not to speak for Ben Shapiro. He's got a 20 IQ points on me and speaks for a living professionally, so he's much better to defend himself. But as his business partner, as his best friend, first of all, the question of how many sons of bitches.
Oh my God. I hate this. It's so nerdy. It's like Revenge of the Nerds. It's like, I'm going to respond to my best friend. I'm going to respond for my like, shut the up, bitch. I don't give a this sucks.
Just have to be killed in order to end this conflict. I suppose that the answer is as many of them as it takes. That doesn't mean that I or Ben or any decent person in their right mind is happy with the killing of civilians.
Yeah, you are though. You are happy with it, and you don't give a shit. You're so stupid. I hate this. God damn it, I hate it. All right, fuck. Just keep going.
I posted at the very beginning of this conflict that a woman or a child blown apart in Gaza is just as tragic as a Jewish baby killed in one of the settlements. That doesn't mean that Israel's actions and the actions of Hamas are morally equivalent. The tragedy is the tragedy, but the moral equivalency is nonsense. If you entered Israel with the express purpose of targeting and murdering civilians with your own hands in cold blood, that is not comparable to Israel bombing targets in the Gaza Strip and killing civilians as a terrible, tragic consequence. War is terrible. War is an awful thing. That's why
I can't stand him. I can't stand him. I don't know why. It's just very frustrating. Like West Bank, Gaza is ghettoization, is a policy of ghettoization. Where do you guys think the word comes from? Like the ghetto, like you think it just means like, you think ghettos come from just like projects where black people live in America? No, like the Jewish ghetto, the Warsaw ghetto. I heard it in a Nelly song in the 5th grade and never looked back. Yeah, no, I just think it's gross to use that word to describe shaming races. No, I agree. I think he's saying that deliberately. He's using it as a double entendre. His application of the term is not incorrect, I guess. He's saying enclaves, but like a ghetto is supposed to be a forcible enclave that ethnic groups are pushed into, or a group of people are pushed into through structures, right? That force them into underserved areas. That's why ghetto in America, in contemporary American society, implies like south side of Chicago, O Block, or numerous other projects, right? The problem is he's using it while talking about segregation, the worst kind of segregation, which is white people not being able to say the N-word in broad daylight openly with their face attached to the action, which is wild, okay, but not surprising that he's saying that. Like I joked about earlier today, I said right wingers only acknowledge collective action when it's about being the goofiest races you've ever met. Just like if we all got together, we could just like stop this ridiculous, absurd notion that white people can't say the N-word. It's just that we do not have the collective bravery to be able to, stop that from happening. I feel like I'm in a mental ghetto because I can't say the N-word as a white guy. It's good stuff, fun stuff. It's a very interesting phenomena to just like not let go of this cause. I think it spells privilege. Like there's no better way to demonstrate privilege than constantly worrying about not being able to say one word without repercussions. You can say it. There's a reason why he doesn't say it here. He could say it on the Temple podcast. This is like an area where he definitely could say it. This is as safe of a space as you can get, but he doesn't want it. His mind is a storm. You wouldn't understand. Yeah. He isn't recommending you to say it. He's triple dog daring you to say it. He's saying you should be able to say it together collectively. If you were to get together, we are strong when we are united. I am far from white supremacists, but why can't we criticize hood rats and whites the same? I feel ghettoized, not being sarcastic. I'm sorry, what? I say it as someone grew up in the ghetto. First of all, I don't even understand what you're trying to say, because like nobody was talking about whatever you mean is hood rats. You're the one who kind of dropped that in here. Like, what do you mean? Also, why is it criticizing hood rats and criticizing whites? Like, is this a substitute for what is not white? Are you just using hood rat as a substitute for someone who is just not white? I'm very confused about what you're trying to say here. Divided we beg, united we say the N-word. Exactly. Criticizing all people should be equal. Yeah, all people, which is of course whites, and then hood rats, which are the rest of the population. It's good. It's funny. The two genders. Anyway, the ghetto he is from. Yeah. What do you mean? There was a lot of economic hardship. You don't get it. You'll never get it. Naperville, not safe. My neighbor had a F1. My neighbor had a Ranger instead of a F-150. You understand? What? Anyway. Yeah. This is a fun thing.
Decent people don't lightly engage in war, and why Hamas should not have incited this war. We can talk about the history of the Israeli conflict. I'm not a professional political commentator. I'm a CEO. I'm a screenwriter.
With all due respect, you're such a fantastic moron. It's terrifying.